Now we get to the vitamins, and let me see if I actually took a picture of the vitamins. I may have not. Oh boy, I may have to go to the can here. I don't think I took a good picture of it. Give me a second, folks, as I try to figure this out. I'm going to have to take another picture. Man, that is hard to read. Don't ever get old, as my dad always told me. Don't ever get old, Howard. Picture. Live production here, folks. Producing this live on the air. All right, so, and I can't even read the picture that I took. Well, we got two of them here. We got vitamin C. I think it's vitamin B6. There we go. Vitamin C at 90 milligrams. Vitamin B6 at 1.7 milligrams. Vitamin B3, niacin, at 16 milligrams, if I'm reading that right. And then vitamin B12, I should have written all this down. My fault, folks. Vitamin B12 at 2.4 micrograms, pardon me. So we'll start off with vitamin B6 and vitamin B12. What is the form that they use on here? See, this is what happens, folks, when you do not prepare properly for it. Dude, man, this is like so tiny. That's what she said. It should be near the bottom since it's so... I said bottom. It should be near the bottom. Again, my apologies. It's my mistake. I had to actually pull up a website on my phone because I cannot read that black writing on the purple background. I cannot read it at all. Not Ghost's fault, but I just can't read it. All right, so we have vitamin B6 that's listed as pyridoxal 5-phosphate, and then vitamin B12 is methylcobalamin, and then we have vitamin C, ascorbic acid. So first off, vitamin C. So vitamin C ascorbic acid is a cofactor in the conversion of dopamine, which we all talk about dopamine all the time, like, oh, I need my dopamine hit. Dopamine into noradrenaline, which is also called norepinephrine. So it's good for that fight or flight. So again, if you're using this drink as a pre-workout, which you certainly could. Oh, let me make sure I get the branding there. If you're using the drink as a pre-workout, which you certainly could, you're going to be getting that fight or flight when you're working out. And stuff's getting heavy, it's getting intense. You could also see that. You also experience that if you're taking it like before a meeting or something like that, like where there's stress and your body goes that fight or flight. Well, then it's going to be needing to produce more and more noradrenaline or norepinephrine. So vitamin C is a cofactor in that conversion. Right. So vitamin B12, the methylated version, it's cobalamin, but this is methylcobalamin, and then B6. Those are used to help make neurotransmitters. So we talked a lot about neurotransmitters / neuromodulators in this episode. So yeah, definitely a benefit. Vitamin B12 has the additional benefit is that it is used to make what's called the myelin sheath. So I'll put a picture of a whole neuron up here. And then you have the axon, like that long tube. You have the soma, which is where like the dendrites and everything come from. But then you have the axon, and then you have the axon terminals, which go to the dendrites of another neuron. Well, that axon is covered by a myelin sheath. Okay, it's all about conductance, the conductance of the ions down the axon. All right, and now there is gaps in that myelin sheath, and those are called, I love this word because it always makes me sound like I'm intelligent, which I'm not very intelligent. Those little gaps in there are called the nodes of Ranvier. I always like calling it that. We can go into that in another episode, but yeah, vitamin B12 is used to help make that myelin sheath that goes across those axons. All right, so good stuff. You definitely want that. All right, and then we have niacin through a chemical process in the body. It is used to ultimately help to make NADH. All right, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. I'm doing that strictly from memory. I don't remember if that's 100% correct, but the stuff comes in one ear, it stays here for a little bit, and then the information like flows out the other end just as fast. So I forget things as quickly as I remember them, folks. But nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, NADH. The H is what's called a hydride. It's I believe it's a hydrogen proton with 2 electrons on it. So what's up with that? Well, we talked about the electron transport chain. Where do the electrons come from? Well, it comes from one product that it comes from is NADH. So very important for energy production. Good stuff. And then we had, what was the other one? Did I get all of them? I got vitamin B12, vitamin B6. We talked about vitamin C and niacin. That's it, folks.